video we will be seeing the introduction to Windows services. So Windows services are the programs that run in the background. In Linux operating system we call it as daemon process. In Windows you will normally call Windows services, and these run in the background. One Windows service binary can run multiple services via multi-threading. So you can write your single program to serve multiple services, and services can be run at computer boot up even when no user logged in. So we can manually start the services and also can make it automatically run the service whenever the computer restarts. So this makes a good persistence technique. And to add or modify service, we need to have some sort of administrator level privilege, and we will be creating service via Windows API, giving us much more flexibility than the sc.exe command line. And we need to see some service components. So the first one is service control manager. It is an RPG server, allows us to notify the service status, enumerate services, stop services, start services, etc. So you can manage all the services using this service control manager. In Windows you can type services.msc to restart the services, and you can start and stop the services. And second one is service control dispatcher. So this is what makes our program as service running in the background and executing our service programs code. So in our main program of our code, we will be making that main program as a service control dispatcher. So this will go in an infinite loop and allowing us to make threads for all the services. And this whole service will shut down when all the services are stopped. And the next one is service control handler. So this is the function used to receive the control code from SCM, whether to stop or shut down and perform tasks according to that. So this SCM notifies the control dispatcher to stop the service. Then we will be registering the service control handler to this control dispatcher. So whenever we register this service control handler to this dispatcher, so dispatcher can call this function to stop or shut down the service. So it will pass in a unsigned 32-bit integer code, and based on that code we need to decide whether we should stop the service or restart the service or completely shut down the service. So that is the service control handler. Whatever the SCM is sending to control dispatcher, we are going to inspect that code and take decision depending on that code. So this is a small diagram. So here SCM, whenever we type in this command sc.exe start my service, then the corresponding binary gets executed. So we'll be creating this we will be specifying the binary path when creating the service, and that is our service binary.exe. So this binary gets executed, and there is one catch. Within 30 seconds we need to call the start service control dispatcher function. So what this function does is it will make the main thread as a control dispatcher. So up to here the program will go in infinite loop and will start the threads related to the service functions. So here you can see I have created an array service name and service main address. So the service main is a function where our actual service code lies. We need to create an array of the service name and service function address and pass in to this start service control dispatcher function. You can have multiple service names here and their addresses, and within this service main function what you need to do is first you need to call this register service control handler function, and this gives us a status handle. You can set the status of a service to start pending or running or stopped with that status handle. So for now we are just calling this register service controller handler to make sure this handler function is the service controller for this service 1 main. So here there will be some arguments, the address of function you need to pass. So we'll be passing this function address in this parameter. So whenever the SCM goes and send the stop control code to the control dispatcher, then this that code will be sent to this function, and here in this function we are going to decide whether to exit the program or not. So that is what service control handler for. In the same way, this control dispatcher will create a new thread for all the service main functions. So that's all for this video, introduction to Windows services. In the next video we'll be talking about the set service statuses, and we'll be writing the code in Rust to create a new service.